enough involved in responding or condemning?
You know, first of all, I'm not a Muslim. I wasn't born in this country, but I consider myself a part of this nation. Secondly, you know, whether the guy from EDL is talking, whatever he's talking, look, it's up to the Muslim community to deal with their internal problems. It's none of my business, it's none of his business, you know. I think the Muslim community, frankly, you know, bend over backwards and deal with their young people or any kind of problems that are occurring there. So again, I just don't think it's anyone's business to put their noses into the affairs of the Muslim community. If a tiny, insignificant minority in the Muslim community are creating problems for other communities, then other communities should, like I said, should engage in a constructive way. And there's no point me going into a predominantly white estate and preaching white working class people to be anti-racist. Similarly, there's no point people from the EDL or other far-right bigots and racists trying to dictate to the Muslim community. It's nonsensical.
Don't they have a point saying to the Muslims, you are not doing enough to prevent anything which has to do with extremism and anything which has to do with violence?
From my knowledge about the Muslim community, I think they're doing plenty. I think in some sense, I think they're doing too much in some ways. You know, they're really, I mean, they're endangering of actually affecting disunity within some sections of the Muslim community. You know, for example, the Harrow Mosque. The Harrow Mosque people said to the young people, don't come. You know, they discourage young people to come, but you know, frankly,
to avoid
the clash. But young people are young people, and you know, the young people who came to Harrow Mosque are not fundamentalists. These are normal, working class, young Muslims that go to school with other white and black and other people from other communities. It's just a given that if you're going to have a racist demonstration at a place of worship, it's to be expected. That community will come out and defend their place of worship with their other friends. And I think it's right anti-racists went to Harrow Mosque. And the fact is, EDL, Casuals United, etc., what they're trying to do, they're trying to provocate, they're trying to whip up young, local, white working class youth to provocate and bring them with a clash to Muslims. And it hasn't worked. They've only managed to mobilize a dozen in Birmingham, a dozen or so in centre of London yesterday, a dozen or so in Harrow, and they've been squashed. And their whole bravado has been completely dented, and we are going to continue. That's anti-racists, and young Muslims are going to continue having an absolute, you know, we're not going to take this from them.
Okay, Bob, a very quick question and a very quick response, please. Have you heard all these Muslims around the UK and around Europe and worldwide as well, just criticizing anything which has to do with violence and just saying that we have to understand and we have to go for contribution? I've been saying this for 20 years. It's as if you are not listening to us when we are saying that we have to contribute to the society and respect the law and being critical towards our fellow Muslims that are betraying the very essence of the Islamic teachings.
Right.
A quick comment, please.
The British National Party is the only party that wants to withdraw our troops from Afghanistan and Iraq. And we believe...
Yes, but we keep on repeating this about what is happening here.
We believe this will help, you know, the Islamic community better understand, you know, about Britain. It will see us in a better way because this war on terror is causing nothing but agitation and anger around the world. And we need to pull our troops out, and we need to do it as soon as possible. This is a Labour government which has betrayed the British people, and we need to address this problem.
Okay, thank you for that. I think that we got the picture. It's problematic, but still, I think that it's quite important to listen to all the voices, but you as well, coming from all these different groups, to be able to listen to the Muslims who are saying that we are European citizens and they abide by the law. That's all we have time for. I would like to hear your views on this subject, so please email us at islamanlife@presstv.co.uk. That's islamanlife@presstv.co.uk. I would like to thank my guest on today's show, and I hope to see you next week, inshallah.